Hello everyone, I'm Dena Musfy. I'm back again with Keesha Allen here. Hi Keesha, how are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Good, with Lilia Interior Design.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and your background, kind of where you came from and what brought you to Houston and all that good
absolutely.
stuff.
So I am originally from Panama City, Panama, and we came to Houston. We migrated actually in 1989 as a result of the Noriega invasion, that type of thing. So we came here, and that's how I landed here in Houston. And as a child, I was always taking things apart, building things, moving furniture. I built my own Barbie house, all of that. So I had always a creative side to me, but I decided to do computer science instead. I love math and science, and so that's what I did in undergrad. Once I came out of undergrad, I was still feeling like I needed something to kind of fulfill the creative juices in my head, and so I was at work and I'm like, I need to do something else, and started looking online as to what to do, and fell into interior architecture and design. And I decided to do a program, an online program, to Academy of Art University, and got my interior design degree, interior architecture and design, and started my own firm from there, from graduation. So that's how I got into interior design. It's kind of like was bored at work and wanted something else to do.
Yeah, I guess math and science, you need a certain level of creativity and mindset to be into the math and science world, but it's definitely not a creative outlook as far as looking at pretty things and kind of connecting the dots and making a room beautiful. And
right.
So tell me a little bit about your business and how your business works and what kind of things you do.
Well, we do full service design and furnishing. So any type of renovation, any type of whole home decoration, as well as remodeling. So anything that needs to be done as far as the walls, the ceilings, the furniture that needs to make your home look like well layered and well textured. That's a service that we provide as far as window treatments, in addition to the different lightings that you would need in order to make your home feel like a sanctuary, and just be custom tailored to your likes and your preferences, not having it look like cookie cutter. As you know, if you go to a furniture store, you select this whole set and you just put it in your house, but you're actually having someone to kind of do the dimensions, make sure that everything matches, and make sure that all the elements in the pieces of the design are cohesive and they tell your story. So whatever you're looking for, as far as it could be a simple decoration of one room or a whole entire home, we can take care of it, of the interior.
So how would that work if someone wanted to hire you, like to do their whole house?
Right.
And they called you and said, "Hey, I need design and interior decorations for every room in this house." How would that work, and kind of how would you set up those consultations with that client to kind of get it across the finish line? Where from start to finish, what does that process look like?
Absolutely. So we start with a discovery call just to kind of get an understanding as to what needs to be done. So from the discovery call, we set up an initial consultation at your home, and I tour each room just to kind of get a sense of architecture and style that's in your room, and how you want to use each particular room. It's different for everyone else. Some people like, for example, their front room to be used as their dining room, or they want it to be a home office, or they want it to be formal, informal. So it's kind of like we have an interview as to what your specific style is, how you live, how many kids you have, how many dogs you have. Is it you and your husband, or is it you and your family and your mother-in-law? I get a sense of that at the initial consultation. Once we go through the initial consultation, and that takes about 2 hours, I go back to my office and I come up with a proposal as to how many hours it's going to take to finally get it from the start to the finish. So for example, let's say you only wanted to do one room. It's about 20 to 30 hours I'm doing work on, and which includes getting the design concept, also furniture selection, and setting up the furniture selection and getting that tracked, the orders tracked, all the way to installation. And so once that is, that's the process. You're getting the stuff ordered, you're getting it sent to a warehouse, and then we finally set up for the final installation where you can get it all installed all in one day. Depending on how big the project is, it could be 1 to 3 days or even up to a week. So that includes as well as maybe adding different characters to your space. A lot of times the homes don't have any built-ins, or you might want to change the lighting. They have very general lighting. And so we look for things that are specific to your style and also make sure that it's quality, that it can last for years and years and you're not buying furniture in 2 years.
Okay. So do you consult with others? You kind of partner with other people to do like lighting and things like that, or do?
Well, I'm the one that do the lighting selection. I partner with an electrician to do the installation and partner with contractors to do the built-ins and the cabinetry. So a lot of times I want to give a home some character. So we're doing kind of some wall treatments, some wall coverings, some wainscoting that's giving your home a different look than your neighbor's home. And so I do partner with those vendors and those contractors in order to get the work finished. And also, some people like to replace the flooring, even though they just purchased a new home. They want maybe a different flooring in the front room or a different flooring in their master bedroom. So I'm partnering with those vendors in order to purchase the flooring and also get it installed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So when you're actually going and you consult with people, like let's say I wanted to redesign a room in my home.
Right.
And because I do actually want to do some things, it's fun when you're talking to people, like you get different ideas and stuff because we're so busy in real estate doing other people's homes. Sometimes you don't really pay as much attention to your own home.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, maybe I've had the same kind of room set up for quite a while. It's time to change it up.
Exactly.
So if you came over and did a consultation, I would kind of say kind of what my thought is, or could you come and bring ideas? What if I had no idea how I want to decorate this room?
Definitely. I bring ideas and inspirations. And so I'm glad that I like it when some people don't have any idea. They're not like, oh, I clipped this on Pinterest and I saw this blah, 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 because I'm able to have a conversation with you and get to know what you love and what you don't like and actually form a room tailored to your preferences. And so you're not, in essence, looking at someone else's likes. You're getting your own things that are custom tailored to you.
Yeah, so people are like, I want my room to look exactly like this picture.
And we can make it like that as well, but we want to make sure that this is something that you won't get tired of, that you'll want to come home to, and you'll regret leaving your home. Like this is something that you're envisioning to come home to every day. So the most important thing to do is to make sure that we get your personality in the room. And how do we do that? It's just get a conversation like you and I are having right now, and I get to know your interests, your family, and actually get to infuse those treasures into the room.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of fun. I mean, I can see where maybe working behind a desk, if this is something you enjoy, that working behind a desk doesn't definitely get the creative juices flowing and get your mind kind of working and being able to think outside the box.
Yes.
So when you do kind of decide on, okay, let's go with this color palette, and that's kind of design you go with. Then you go back and pick furniture and stuff. Does the client get to then pick furniture from that, or do you just go with what you think, or how does that work?
Okay, so from the initial consultation, I'm able to get enough of you to say, okay, I can design this whole room and this is how it's going to look. You would not be surprised that color is the last thing I choose, because I actually go by, well, let's see if I see a rug that I like. I'm trying to build the room around what I call a focal point. So it could be a wallpaper that I see that I'm like, it defines your style, and then I pick the colors from there. But what I do is I build the entire design. So when I present you the design, you'll have the furniture pieces, you have the fabrics to go with the furniture pieces, as well as the color palette. Everything is selected for you. You can visually see what your home will look like and what I call the presentation meeting. So we do that at the presentation meeting. Now, let's say, I like this sofa, but I don't like the coffee table you selected. You tell me why you don't like that coffee table. I'll go back and do a revision and find exactly what's something that you find. But we do the furniture selection and we do the product purchasing. So you don't have to worry about anything. You just really are sitting back and letting time pass by, but you're coming from an idea and walking into a finished room. By the time 3 to 6 months down the line, you're coming into your dream home, but you already know and you already have an idea of what's going to look like because we did the presentation meeting, and I can show you visually through boards what it's going to look like and how those pieces go together.
Sounds exciting. It sounds like one of those TV shows or something when you're watching Home Makeover or something.
Exactly.
It's like, ooh, let me see what my house looks like. But,
right.
Even when you see in a picture, I'm sure people, when they come in, it's actually installed. It's completely different.
Yes,
so
it
it's
is.
exciting for people to come see it.
Yes.
The finished product.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about anything. Literally, I'm taking care of all the stresses. So, when the contractor doesn't show up, you don't have to worry about that. I'm the one worrying about it. When things come in damage, I'm the one taking care of it, making sure that the company rectifies it, either sends us a new one or fits the damaged piece. So it's like you're stress-free. All you're doing is just waiting, and that might be stressful in itself, but you don't have to run around the town trying to get things cleared up or even deal with people when they call you and say, we're going to deliver between 2 and 4, and you're sitting at home waiting for the delivery. You don't have to be concerned about that.
Okay, so that's all-encompassing and the whole project that you kind of do everything from A to Z project management.
Yes. It's a turnkey approach. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely everything is turnkey. So literally what you're doing is lifting up your finger just to say yes and yes and yes and yes. Might be a little no's in between, and that's it. But you're lifting up your finger just to sign away, approve the products, and sit back and wait, and everything gets installed. I work with the contractors. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to meet with them. I am the one who meet with them.
That's awesome. I think that a lot of people can appreciate that because a lot of people don't have time.
Yes.
That's half of the world's problems these days. We don't have time to do the simplest things for ourselves
right.
that we want to do. Sometimes it's not a money issue. Sometimes it is a money issue.
Yes.
But sometimes it's not, and just...
Yeah, and if it's not a money issue, why wouldn't you pay for someone to take care of some of the stress of life? It's like, you don't have to be concerned about different things, and you came into a home that looks like you, like, oh my gosh, I want to be here. I'm not tired of this color. I'm not tired of these furniture pieces. You have something that you can appreciate for years and years to come.
Sounds awesome. I know you mentioned that you're doing some kind of competition right now.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, it's called the One Room Challenge, and it's an interior design industry competition. So interior designers compete amongst themselves in remaking a room in their home. Some interior designers do more than one room. I'm doing one room. I'm doing a guest room. So it's based, because I'm the client, it's based on my style. And I decided to do it from a tropical standpoint because I'm from Panama and I love colors and I love the tropics and I love the beach. And so that's what I'll be doing, incorporating in my room. It's a beachy feel. And I want it to be sort of a getaway, but also bring me back to Panama. When I'm at home and I'm missing Panama so much, I just want a room to kind of be in touch with the different things that I'm missing. Because as much as I love to go, I can only go every once in a while. And so I would love to have a room in my home where I'm able to come back to Panama each and every time.
So do people get to vote on this, or do
people don't get to vote on it. People get to follow the journey. And so you'll see, you kind of follow the journey from the concept, like what I have to do, what I need to go through in order to get to the final installation. And you get to see the journey of other interior designers as well. And this is sponsored by Better Homes and Gardens. And so they do publicize it on their social media, as well as their publications, their when I'm thinking about their magazines. And so you'll get to, you follow each designer on their journey as to how they get to this room and the different nuances that we have to deal with and trying to do it in a time crunch because we have to do it in 8 weeks. And full service design projects can take up to 3 to 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And so to do that into 8 weeks, we're crunching the design process into a very compact timeline and trying trying to get things ordered and stuff like that. So it's stressful, but it's so rewarding at the
So
end.
how do people follow you on this?
You can follow me on social media, and that is at K Lilia Interior Design, and that's KLILIA Interior Design, all one word, and that's my handle on Instagram as well as Facebook. But I also have a blog, so you can follow me on my website at KLiliaInteriorDesign.com or KLilia.com.
Okay. Well, just one more time to spell it out for everyone. So
it's KLILIA Interior, INTERIOR Design, DESIGN, all one word. Find me on my website or social media, it'll come up.
And then how do people contact you?
Yeah, you can definitely give me a call. My phone number is 832-617-0245, or you can find me on the website. Once again, that's KLiliaInteriorDesign.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today, Keesha.
Thank
we really
you. It was
appreciate
a
it.
pleasure. This was awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Hopefully we'll have you again and tell us a little bit
am
more and more.
excited.
We'll follow you and hopefully you win that competition. That would be great. All right. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.